Good morning, Igniters. It's been a busy morning for me. I'm sick though. I have like the flu symptoms and I need to get home right now and rest. But I had to do what I had to do today. You know, that's the difference between first place and second place. So, interesting couple things I want to talk to you about. First, I was in the parking lot at Phillipsburg, New Jersey, at Panera Bread. Walked out and I saw three ladies getting into a car. One was in a wheelchair, looked like she got hurt. And I had a Pennsylvania license plate. It's pretty cold out and windy. I said, man, I am going back to PA because it is too cold out here in Jersey. And she said, it ain't that much warmer in Pennsylvania. It's right over the border. Boom, that's all I needed. There it was. And I just asked her where she lived. She said right across the street. And said, you know what? I got a great opportunity for you. Do me a favor. If you have time, take a look at this video on my website. If you're interested, let me know. What kind of business is it? Well, I help people profit in the energy market. I also help people lower their energy costs and also get free energy. And the lady said, you know, I kind of heard about that already. I said, well, take a look at it. Let me know. You guys have a great day. And that was it. But that's not even what I was going to talk about. That just happened. What I want to talk about is closing the gap, okay? Going from zero to hero, guys, in no time. How I did it in 18 months, top 20, boom. So how do we do that? Well, let's go back to my bodybuilding basics. I was young, brand new bodybuilder, had no muscles. And there was champions, a lot older, in the game longer. And I caught up to them eventually and beat them. So I closed the gap. So how did I close the gap? Well, when I found out a bodybuilder was going to the gym 5 days a week, I went 5.5 days a week. When I found out another bodybuilder was going 6 days that I couldn't beat, I was going 6.5. When I found out a bodybuilder was going 7 days that I couldn't beat, I was going 7 days in double sessions. Okay? So when I was doing 10 reps, I squeezed out 2 more reps. Same thing with Ignite. When I found out that people were above me, were doing 5 meetings a week, I was doing 5.5. When they were doing 6, I was doing 6.5. When they were doing 7, I was doing double sessions. I did more than them. I closed the gap, okay? Now, closing the gap is great. That's when you kind of move up to them. You're at their level. That's when you kind of hit that wall. Like Muhammad Ali hit that wall when he was fighting Foreman. Foreman outpunched himself. And around 7, finally Foreman outpunched himself. Ali now was able to hit the wall of the threshold there where they're evened up. And then it was what he did after the wall was hit. It was what he did after he did his best to get there that won him the fight. So it's not what you do as your best. It's what you do after you do your best, okay? And that's when you look at the person you're trying to emulate or catch up to or surpass, and you look back and you say, okay, I just passed you by a little bit. What is your move? What are you going to do? And when they don't do anything, you realize that your opponent is hurting, that the person that you're trying to beat can't catch up. And that's when you got to put it into heart and go full speed and just that extra edge, guys. And let me give you an example. This business is great when you have great promotions, when you have great rates, when you have academies and ignitions, when there's no holidays and people are not traveling for the summer. It's great, but it ain't always like that. The rates sometimes suck, okay? Sometimes there's holidays. People don't want to do anything. People are traveling on vacation. There is no motivational events. It takes a couple months to get another one. The promotions aren't the best, okay? It's those times when you teach your team to work in those circumstances that a true championship team and a true leader will emerge, okay? It's when you have a picnic on a holiday or in the summer, making it a fun day and having your team out there doing a presentation. It's those kind of things. It's when you have your own motivational events at one of your meetings. It's when you teach your team the rates are not as important as a relationship. It's when you teach your team that there's not always going to be great promotions. It's when you have the adversity and that team can still produce. And this is why it's important. I'm going to tell you a little example. When I was a kid, I was really good at soccer. But I went out there, guys, and I studied the game of soccer. In Greece, I played in jelly shoes with no sneakers and no grass, okay, on rocks and church parking lots. When I got to America, what did I do? Rainy days, I practiced. Muddy days, I practiced. I was amazing in the rain. I was amazing in the mud. Okay, I knew my opponents wouldn't be as good. Even at a young age, I knew that if I could be good in good conditions and good in bad conditions, I could be a champion. And wouldn't you believe, my last season as a kid for the YMCA, playoffs was in the mud. The championship game was in the rain. The other 2 superstars on those teams were awesome in the sun. So was I. But when it got muddy and when it got rainy, guess what happened? I emerged as the leader. I'm the one that stuck out. Okay, so it's like Lance Armstrong. You know, when he surpassed everybody in those races, guys. When he knew that, okay, I'm going up a hill and it's pouring rain, but hey, I practiced in the rain. I practiced in the humidity. You know, they probably didn't. Okay, it's those times where you pull ahead. So it's just closing that gap. Okay, by small, focused increments of studying things. Okay, what else can we talk about today? You know, I can tell you this. You know, this is an opportunity, guys. You're on it's 4th down, 1 yard line. You're at the free throw. You have 2 shots to make. You're coming down the ice with a puck, and you're going to put it in that net. You're right there. You are right there to win a championship. And if you miss those 2 free shots, if you miss that puck, if it goes wide right, if you get stopped at the 1 yard line, the game is over, okay? And your dreams are gone. The championship game is over, and you're going to look back and go, wow, I was this close to financial freedom. This close. I was right there. I mean, I was in the game. I should have plugged in more. I should have did more meetings. I should have went to more events. I should have stopped watching TV, and I should have did more studying. Guys, do not let this pass you by. Okay, I'm sick right now, and I'm fired up because I had the best month of my career. My income for March with Ignite was my entire yearly salary in 2011 of all my jobs. I mean, it's insane. Your best day's not even here yet. My best day's not even here yet. So I need you guys to close that gap. Close the gap. Teach your team to be able to work in adverse circumstances so that when the promotions aren't great and when the rates aren't great, you're the team that promotes the highest. You're the team that excels, okay? Lehigh Valley doesn't have the best rates. For a while there, we were almost tied, but guess what? We brought the most leaders out in the area, I would have to assume, okay? I know when Houston was actually getting beat by, I think it was Encore was actually beating Stream. They had the most SDs promoting out of there because somebody out there in Houston taught their team to understand the adverse times in a business and push through it. That's my message for the day. It's a little long, guys, but let's do something big. Come on, let's do this. See you later.